Okay, so I'm here today with Jordan. Jordan, how you doing?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. How old are you, Jordan?
I'm 32.
32 years old, huh?
Yes, sir.
You originally from Colorado, man?
No, sir. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. What brings you all the way out here?
It's kind of a long country song, man, but my little brother burned down my hotel room and I had nothing. So I came out here to smoke some legal weed, and my sister stole my truck 6 years ago. And I've been out here ever since.
6 years, huh? Yeah, when I was talking to you earlier off camera, I said I think I remember talking to you one morning.
Yeah.
Must have been like a Sunday morning or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on. I got some food coming to me.
Yes, go ahead, man.
Thank you so much, man. God bless you.
Man.
You too. Thank you.
God bless you, man.
My bad about that.
All right. Wow. Dinner.
Yeah, something like that, I guess.
That's cool. Very good. So you've been out here 6 years, huh?
Yes,
The
sir.
legal marijuana brought you out here.
Yeah, kind of. Back in Dallas, I was famous for my weed. You know what I mean? But that day that my hotel burnt down, couldn't find no weed to save my life. So on the way home, the GPS had a detour thing because there was a wreck.
Yeah.
So on the detour it said Colorado. So why not? You know what I mean? I had nowhere else to go.
Okay.
So I didn't think I was gonna get stuck out here though. You know what I
Right.
mean? And yeah, I don't know. It's peaceful over here. I'll tell you that. Back at home it's really violent.
Right.
But
I think you can find violence anywhere, man.
oh yeah.
I mean, if you really look,
yeah.
you can find it. What's your current situation right now, living-wise, man?
Man, I live in a rain gutter, sir.
Do you?
Yeah.
Does that have like an overhead shelter?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
It's a concrete tunnel over here off of Potomac.
I was talking to somebody. Oh my God, I forgot her name. And she told me she was staying in one of those.
Yeah.
It might be even the same one.
Maybe. Right now I stay by myself.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
There's nobody there?
No, just me and my girlfriend.
How are you doing it with the cold weather, man? It's the other morning, it was like 8 degrees, dude.
Oh man, it's a rough life, man. But you just gotta prepare. Every night when I go home, I collect firewood. And right now, because everything's so snowy and wet,
Yeah.
there's these things that's like hay, and they have these little wooden stakes in them.
Yeah.
I'll be stealing the stakes because they
Right.
burn really quick.
Right.
You know? So, and then I got this big barrel, and I just put all the wood in the barrel and light the barrel up.
And
No.
that keeps you warm through the
Yeah,
night?
for a while, yeah. And if it doesn't, then I got like 18 blankets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just me and my girl, and we cuddle up together, and and we make it.
Yeah, because the cold weather, man, if it gets you, it starts to burn.
Yeah, it's
You know?
it's a hell out here. I'm from Texas, out in Texas, you go all year round without a shirt. You know what I mean? 60 degrees, it's cold out there.
Yeah.
I didn't know what 0 degrees was until I came out here.
Yeah, it drops below zero.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Man, that shit's crazy.
It is crazy.
You know?
Are you like seeking shelters or anything like that? You trying to do any programs to help you out? I mean, during the cold.
Not really, sir. I mean, I would love to, all that, but like I'm on the run right now.
Or are you?
So,
you
I'm
got
scared
some
to
warrants?
I'm scared to put my name on paperwork. You know what I mean? And my girl is like, well, you could do this, you could do that. And I'm like, well, I can't really do that, man.
I don't think they would.
Well,
I think the actual ID number would get you.
probably, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, if
Yeah.
push comes to shove, man, you got to go in a shelter, bro. It's too cold out here.
Yeah, I know. What I'm waiting to do is wait about a week or so, because I'm only going to stay in this spot for very long.
Are you?
And the city's going to come by and kick me out eventually. So when they do kick me out, they've been giving people these little pallet houses for a month. So I'm saying maybe about a week.
Is that because of the cold?
Yes.
All
And
right.
for about a week, I'm going to wait, thug it out for a little bit. But then when they kick me out, I'm going to try to take one of those pallet houses so that way I could be in a house for the month, for the winter,
Mhm.
And so that's probably about all I got going on.
Yeah. How was life back in Texas, man? Was it the same as it
sucked.
is now, or?
It sucks. Man, I had no family out there.
Yeah.
I have no friends out there. When I run out of drugs or money, I ain't got no friends, And it's a hard knock life, I guess. It's no really much different than here.
Right.
Yeah, I'm home from Texas, but here it's like home also. I don't know, it's because I've been out here for so long, but there's not much of a difference.
Yeah.
I don't have anything there. I don't have anything here.
Mom and dad, where
My mom passed when I was 13, sir.
Oh,
My
sorry to hear
dad, he
that.
got 3 consecutive life sentences when I was 2.
Wow.
So I never knew my dad.
How do you get 3 life sentences? What
He
charges
he
were?
killed 3 people and he waited for the cops. This dude gave him $1,500 of counterfeit money. My dad walked up to it, knocked on the door, and shot the man in the head.
Wow.
And my dad belongs in prison, though.
Really?
You know, yeah, my dad, he's just in and out of prison his whole life. He's one of
Wow.
those people that just belong in prison, you know?
Yeah.
And unfortunately to say it is true. I've done almost 13 years of my life behind bars.
Did you?
Yes,
May I
sir.
ask what charge was involved?
A lot of my shit's either violent or being homeless.
Really?
Yes, sir. And I've got 5 robberies on me. I got 3 out of the 5 are aggravated.
Mhm.
I've got 2 aggravated car thefts, assault to a police officer. When I was 14, I was tried as an adult.
All right.
And they gave me 6 years at the age of 14 years old.
Damn.
So
Wow.
I got out in 2009, and I went out the door, no parole, no nothing. About maybe less
You
than a
kicked
year
that
later.
number?
Huh?
You kicked that number?
Yes. And about like less than a year later, I got kid up again for aggravated robbery,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to give me 30 to life. So as soon as I got out on parole, I just ran. I didn't even call my parole officer. I just took off.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Damn.
only 32, bro. 30 to life, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Considering federal is 98% of your time, I'm doing 28 years if I get lucky.
Really?
Nah, I can't do that.
That's at
I'll
the
die
lower
before
end,
I
huh?
go back. Huh?
That's at the lower end.
Yes. That's
Wow.
if I'm lucky.
Yeah.
If they hit me with the lowest at the 30, because it's a federal, I'm doing 28 of that 30.
And
flat.
that's the deal that you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything, right?
I say my own attorney, or my public pretender is what I like to call them.
Yeah.
They told me myself that the DA ain't trying to work with me because of my criminal history.
Right.
You know, and we all fuck up. You know, when I was a kid, I grew up in an all black neighborhood, and I was the only white person for like a 4-block radius.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of difficult. Anything that man do, I had to do two times harder. You know what I mean? Because I was white. And when I was growing up, I didn't think you were a man until you went to prison or killed somebody. I didn't realize I was that blind
Right.
until I went to prison. You know, when I went to prison, I started reading a lot. I didn't even know I could read, but I started to read a lot, and I read books about important people in history. I feel like you might not like me, or you might, hate me, or you might love me, but either other way between, you're gonna remember me.
Right.
And people like Alexander the Great, Albert Einstein, Genghis Khan, these people are still talked about to this day. I feel like that's their chance of immortality.
Right.
And so I feel like if I pass, that my legacy will live on. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I try to follow by example, but it's hard to follow if nobody's, following. You know what I mean? Because who am I? I'm just a homeless drug addict. You see what I'm saying?
What is your drug of choice?
Well, I don't really have a drug of choice. Okay, I dibble and dabble with a lot of things. The only thing I really don't fuck with on the strong is heroin or opiates. I've been clean for 8 years on it, and it makes me very violent. Every time I'm on heroin, I'm either in somebody's car or in somebody's wife.
Wow.
So, but right now I fuck with speed, acid, weed, Xanax every now and again.
Mhm.
But that's about it. The normal.
How do you go about getting the means to get those?
Oh man, doing shit I'm not supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this hotel across the street, me and my homeboy hit that hotel for every piece of copper it had.
Really?
Yeah, it took us almost 4 days to do it, but we got about $3,000 worth of copper out of that thing.
They got a security there now.
Yeah,
right?
we're the reason why.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
What is copper for going for nowadays?
Well,
man?
back in the day, it was going for about $4 a pound. Wow. Right now, it's going about $2 a pound. It's not even worth it no more.
Really?
In my eyes.
Everything's changed, huh?
Yeah, a lot of things have changed, Right now, my good hustle is stealing bikes, but because of the weather, ain't nobody gonna try to ride a bike in the snow.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you show up with a bike, and I don't care how mean your bike lock is, I'm catching it. I'm
Really?
gone. Yeah. If you can have one of those mean U-locks or whatever,
Yeah.
all I need is a power drill.
Those New York ones?
Yeah, all I need is a battery-fed power drill and a titanium bit. And I take
Really?
that titanium bit, it's mine.
Out. Well, I'm glad you told me the secret.
Yeah, it's not that hard. It's just you got to have a little bit of balls to do it.
Right.
Sometimes you're in front of a mall in broad daylight, just, sir, is that yours? Yeah, I just forgot the keys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, other than that, I would love to have a job. But because I'm on the run, I'm scared. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I'm scared, bro. I had a truancy warrant and they came and got me on my job. You know what I mean? So
Really?
yeah, this is a federal
I see
warrant.
what you're
like,
saying. I see
I'm
what you're
good.
saying.
You know, so but right now I'm just trying to make it, man. Knock on wood, I ain't been in trouble in 6 years. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like I said, it's very peaceful out here. Back at home, the cops know me on a first and last name basis.
Really?
Yeah, I've been getting in and out of jail since I was 9 years old. So I made it real known for me, you know what I mean? Especially I'm the only white kid, I stand out.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it to a point to stand out. If you're just gonna look, I'm gonna give you a reason why to look.
Right.
You know what I mean? And back in the day, man, I used to make a lot of money stealing cars. I don't know the right people out here, so I can't steal a car. I don't feel like stealing one and watching my back for 3 days, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's pointless to
So
me.
you're boosting them.
Yeah,
All right.
but I couldn't really boost them. I don't know how to get in your car and how hot wire it and make it go, you know?
Yeah.
But I know how to wait for you to wait at the red light and run up on you with a gun. Hey, man, it's
Wow.
not worth your life, man. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And I got caught about 5 times doing that, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Those were
don't-
the aggravated GTAs
Yes.
you were
Yes.
talking about. What pin were you in, man, if I could ask that?
a gang?
What penitentiary?
TDC,
That's
Texas. Texas Detention Center.
All right, I see.
Yes, sir. I've been there about 4 times. I've been to TYC and JDC.
How's the population out there, man? Is it
Oh,
chill
man.
or what's
Yeah, I'm
going
in
on out there?
a 5,000 man unit. At the age of 15, bro, I was the youngest man out of 5,000 people.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Is that like a supermax up there? or-
Yes. Yeah. Well, over here, y'all got like point systems and stuff like that. We don't have that over there.
Really?
You got levels. So
Yeah.
I was in a level 4 ID unit. I was in there with gangbangers and serial killers. You know what I mean? And thank God I went in there when I was young. Thank God, because if I was any older, if I was this age and I got hit up with 6 years, I probably wouldn't make it out.
Really?
You see what I'm saying? But when I was 14, I went to prison. I didn't get to go to high school. I got my GED in prison. You know what I mean? And I just look like this, but I'm covered in tattoos, man.
Are you?
Yeah, you know, and all my shit's done in burnt styrofoam and shampoo, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and prison was the best education I've ever had. It taught me about real respect. It taught me about loyalty, honor, trust. You know, people like that, they don't know what that is out here.
Right.
You know, youngsters nowadays, they follow in their big brother's footsteps is what I like to call it. You
Right.
know, because their big brother did it, they want to do it. They don't know why it's being done though. You know, they don't know why it started or how it ended up or none of that. You know, that's all politics though. My politics stays behind bars.
Right.
You know, and it's not like I regret it, but it's what can you do?
Right.
You know, for one point in my life, man, I thought that was life.
Right.
I thought, man, by the age of 14, man, I thought I wasn't gonna get it out. You know what I mean? I get out of prison after my 6 years, and I dibble and dabble with heroin again because of this female, right? But she didn't put a gun in my head and said, do heroin, you know what I mean? But it was just something to do, you know? Well, one
Is
day,
that how you came about doing heroin at such a young age?
I started heroin when I was 10.
How do you go about like bumping into heroin? Somebody introduced you to it?
My friends, you know, my friends, I hung out with a lot of Mexicans.
Right.
And when 9/11 happened, you know, I believe 9/11 happened because of heroin. All the heroin in the world can be traced back to Iraq and Iran. See what I'm saying? And as soon as 9/11 and the war on terrorism happened, a lot of my friends started dropping like flies. And there was a thing called cheese going around.
Mm-hmm.
And this was Tylenol PM mixed with heroin.
Really?
Yes. And what you would do is you would take this Tylenol PM and you would take about 1.5 pills and you crush it up into a fine powder. Then you take about a point of heroin and some water, and about 2 drops of water, and you mix it to where it's all gooey.
Right.
Then you flip that powder on it and you mix that. The faster you do it, the better. And this was going around like hotcakes. You know what I mean? And the first time I did heroin for like 2 weeks straight. My cousin dropped me off at this dude's house, vouched for me, and then disappeared and left me at the dude's house for 2 weeks. The dude had plenty of heroin.
Right.
So we didn't run out. So I just, you know, boom, 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 line after line. I did 2 lines and then went straight to the needle. My first time doing it. Then when my homeboy came back to come get me, on the way home I was suffering with withdrawals.
Right.
I didn't know what withdrawals were. I was used to marijuana and alcohol.
Right. You found out the hard way, didn't you?
Yeah, you know, and that fucked me up. One day my girlfriend didn't wake up. Because she didn't wake up and I bought the heroin, the cops were trying to hit me with attempted murder.
Really?
Yes, sir. And so that scared the shit out of me. It took me 3 years of rehab to beat heroin addiction. But I haven't touched it since.
Right.
I've sold it since. Here you go. I could get you some, but me personally, I'm good. I'm straight. And then you got these blues coming around. These blues are killing people, man. Left and right, up, down,
Yeah,
killing
that
everybody.
that synthetic heroin blues, man. Everybody I talk to, they're
stuck
on
on
it,
it.
man. Everybody's on it.
I don't know, man. That's the catalytic converter gone.
Yeah, man, he got, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. You know.
Yeah, man. Everybody I speak to, man, that fentanyl, bro.
Yeah,
It
fentanyl
took
is
over,
killing
dude.
people, man.
Big time.
There's
Big
one
time.
dude back over here on Mississippi.
Yeah.
There was a bandit apartment.
Yeah.
And this dude died of an overdose. Well, nobody called nobody for 3 days and let that dead body sit there.
man.
They robbed him for his chain, his clothes, his wallet, his cell phone, and just let that guy sit there. And this was supposed to be his friend.
Yeah.
These people knew him, but because they were scared to get in trouble, nobody called the laws.
Really?
Yeah. You know, my homegirl had to call the police on that.
Wow.
And what I find amazing is if you know a thing or two about this lifestyle, if you call the police on a situation like that, by law,
You're a suspect.
No, they can't do anything. So let's say they walk into a drug house and there's a dead body. They can't arrest you for that dope, that bong, or that gun. They're there for that dead body, period.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so because of people getting hemmed up and this, that, and the third on some wrong cases, they passed a bill to where if you call on a situation like that, that's the only reason why they're there. You're not going to get in trouble.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you know, so a lot of these people don't. And that's why that happened. You know, my homeboy, he was my homeboy, and he got robbed for his clothes.
Damn.
They found him butt naked.
That sucks.
Butt naked. I got into a fist fight from a dude that stole his chain. Tried to tell me that he bought it at the mall. No, man, there was only one homeless man out there that had that chain. And that was my friend. So, you know, it's crazy out here. People are fucking savage.
Wow.
People are savage. The first time I came out here, I had $1,700 in my pocket when my sister stole my truck.
Yeah.
And I was at the Walmart on Exposition, okay? And it was snowing. I've never seen snow until that day, right? And my sister threw me a blanket that went from here to here and had the fucking Frozen princess on it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's not ironic.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there in front of the Walmart for 3 days hoping my sister would come back. Maybe she's teaching me a lesson or something, you know?
Right.
She didn't come back. Well, there's this jolly green giant, big old dude, huge. Talking about, excuse me, sir, you wouldn't have any change? I found that mind-boggling. How are you gonna be that big and not say something with your chest, you know?
Yeah.
So I asked him, what do you need? What are you trying to do? He said, well, I need about a propane tank, some food, and maybe some other. I said, okay, well, how much is that gonna run you? He said, about 60 bucks. I said, I'll give you $120 if you can point me in a safe place to sleep. I don't know how to be homeless in the snow. I've been homeless since I was 13, but never in the snow.
Right. That's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
Huh?
So he takes me to his bridge, and he tells me that he has a crazy girlfriend. I'm used to crazy girls. It's okay, right? That's your problem, not mine.
Right.
So when I go to the bridge, though, he made a little hut between the support beams of the bridge. I've never seen nothing like that.
Right.
Well, the next day I woke up, and his girl hit me with, hey, man, did you have a good night? I said, yeah. She was like, well, me and my friend were just talking, and we figured that, you know, maybe $7 a day wouldn't be too much to ask for.
Right.
I said, to sleep under a bridge?
Yeah. They're gonna
wow.
charge you some rent, huh?
Yeah. I said, man, like, you know, I appreciate the gesture and all that, but you got me bent. You know what I mean? I don't know how many people died or bled or STDs on that couch.
Yeah.
Thank God for the couch, though. But I'm not stupid. It's not my first rodeo, you know. This is a public bridge, man. You know, and she thinks that she did nothing wrong. And to this day, you know, she's like family to me for some reason. She's mean as fuck, but she's all I got. You know what I mean? I know there's the first people I met out here, unfortunately.
So you're with her? Is she like your girlfriend now?
No, sir, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I imagine if that girl spread an eagle, it would grow teeth individually.
Oh, man. Wow.
But I look at that girl like an auntie.
Really?
Yes, sir. And my auntie went crazy on one hit. Is meth too mad? One hit overnight, she will snap. Now she's sucking $2 dicks and talking about space whales.
Wow.
Yeah, and so this woman Charity reminds me of my aunt a lot, and that, you know, she goes through it. So I try to help her.
Okay.
I can tell when somebody's bullshitting me or not, or when trying to call for attention. I'm really good with the mental.
Right.
So I help when I can, if that makes sense.
Right.
But there's other times where I'm an asshole because I walk away. Well, bitch, I know you're bullshitting.
Right.
You know, excuse my language. I just don't know how to talk like that.
Right.
So.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, and, you got to make the best of what you do. You know, these cards were dealt to me, man. I didn't tell the card dealer, hey man, let me get the aces. You know what I
Right.
mean? I didn't have that chance. So I had to deal with a bunch of 2s and 3s. But I'm making my way up to face cards. It's all about how you hold them and fold them. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm just trying to get my mind right. I feel like if I get my mind right, get my body right, then I'll get right. But that's kind of hard to do being homeless.
What do you where do you see yourself a year from now, man? What are you trying to better your situation? Like
I
what
want to
is the
say
plan?
yes, but no. I'm kind of stagnant right now, sir.
Yeah,
On the truth, this whole warrant thing has got me scared to death.
that's the thing in the way, isn't it?
Yes, sir. And man, it's stopping me, man. You don't know how many nights I sit there and wish that I could have a job. People ask, what do I want out of life? I don't want much. I want a normal life. I want a wife that I have put up with. I want kids that won't shut up, a dog, a house I can't afford, and a car that breaks down, a job that I hate. I want a normal life like everybody else. You know, but the life I live is not normal, man. Every other day, man, I'm running from the laws. Every other day, I'm running from somebody telling me, hey, that's my shit. Hey,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not a thief. And you know what I mean? So I just got to make a way in. You know what I mean? Like the other day, man, I had to steal some donuts. I got kicked out of Save-A-Lot for stealing fucking donuts.
Yeah.
You know, you would think they would just let me make it on a 75-cent donut. You know what I mean? But no, they had to be all hell and thriller in Manila, and I had to tackle the security guard to get out
Yeah,
of there.
security guard's got a gun, man. I've seen him up there.
Yeah, but I ain't scared of that. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna go, I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? And if I do go, then shit, let me see my mom again.
Yeah.
I see my mom since I was 13. I'm 32. That's all I had. You call me with mama's boy or call me what you will. I don't give a fuck. That was
Right.
all I had.
No, yeah.
You know,
I hear
so. And I'm not scared to death. I embrace it, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But I'm stupid though. I won't do it myself. So I antagonize you to do it for me.
Right.
But they won't. They haven't done it yet. I don't know if it intimidates them or pushes them out or what. But you know, it's all good. Last time I got robbed at gunpoint, I told the dude, man, why are you gonna rob me, bro? I got about 3/4 in my pocket.
Yeah.
But if you want, I could teach you how to rob somebody. You know what I mean? And so he was a youngster, a little Hawaiian kid.
Yeah.
He didn't know what he was doing, man. He had a big old gun in his hand, so big he had to hold it like this.
Yeah.
And the dude told me he would shoot me. And I said, man, why are you gonna shoot me, man? Over 75 cents? You don't get no stripes out of killing a homeless man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I said, but I could teach you how to do this, though. So I took him to an ATM. I said, you can put that gun away. You don't need a gun. All you need is a big rock, unfortunately. And if you get caught, it's illegal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, you had to resort to things, and violence.
What were you doing with the ATM? Like breaking it or?
Nah, you wait until somebody pulls up and pulls out enough money for your liking.
Oh.
When they pull out enough money
see.
and they hit that corner, you hit them in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And at that point, they're stunned, they're scared, they don't know what to do. You already put in violence.
Yeah.
And because of that violence that you already put in, it puts in fear into them. So they're probably gonna do whatever you take.
Right.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's easy. Just don't get caught.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know, now I can't do that. I'm a 14-time felon, man. I'm good.
Wow.
That was my young days. I was doing
Yeah.
that shit when I was 12.
In LA, where I grew up at, they got that 3-strike law, man. You get
Yeah.
3 felonies, they strike you out.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't grow up with that law.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I grew up in Texas and they don't have that law very much.
Yeah, I wouldn't think they have it
I've
up
seen
there.
people get away with murder and get more time for attempted murder. You know what I
Really?
mean? I've seen, man, me myself, I beat the system one time on a 1/4 pound of methamphetamine and told them I was a drug addict. And instead of doing 18 years in prison,
Yeah.
I did 6 months in rehab.
Really? They didn't hit you with the sales charge, huh?
No, hell no, they didn't. You know, but I told them all of us out of addict because it was all in one bag.
Yeah,
know
you
what I
didn't
mean?
have separate baggies or
Exactly.
anything like that. That
'cause
would
I'm smart with what I do.
yeah,
you know?
and a big amount of money or something.
Exactly.
I hear you.
My money was in my car tire. Believe it or not. So when I got out of prison and shit, and I got out of jail and in rehab or whatever, I went to the impound and got my car back. And boom, I still had $1,800 in my tire.
Wow.
Yeah, I blew it all on hookers though. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right,
man.
boss. Well, I want to thank you, man. Thank you for sharing your story, bro.
yes, sir.
I wish you nothing but luck in the
Thank you.
future, and try to stay warm, dude.
Oh
'cause
yeah, oh yeah.
It's
you
freezing
know.
out here. My legs are hurting, dude.
Oh man, it's all good. You know, if it don't make you, it breaks you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll be damned if it breaks me, man.
Do you mind me uploading this interview to YouTube?
No, I don't care. As long as you can tell me the channel so I can watch it.
Yeah, it's right on my sweater, bro.
All right, cool. Street Life of Colorado.
Yes, that's the name, sir.
All right, cool. And that's
right.
all I type in when I go to YouTube?
Yeah, that's all you type in, man.
All right, bet.
And you'll
I'm
see it
gonna
on
check
there.
that out.
I'm out here, you know, gathering people's stories as everybody's unique and different, man.
That's what's up. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about walking around with a little camera on my thing and
Yeah.
making like a documentary of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
would be good.
Because like the shit I see, the shit I do, the shit I know,
Yeah.
it's retarded, bro. I know
Really?
I'm more than this. I know I'm more than this. I just need to figure out how to do something with it. You feel
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
So I feel like if I can help a kid from going to jail, or if I could help a kid from hitting that pipe, then I saved his life.
That would be good, man.
You know,
that would be really good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, man.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.